I'm Goswin Diego. This is my semester project in database administration, BYU Idaho, fall semester 2022. The first thing I need to do is to create a new Linux virtual machine in Google Cloud platform. Should name it final project underscore my last name, which is Diego. Then container with the latest image and with 2 gig RAM. So let's go over to virtual machine. So this is first, let me show you how to get this done. Already this is the virtual machine I'm using, but I want to explain how I created this virtual machine. I click create instance. I click create instance. I change this name to final project underscore Diego. Then the instruction is that I should use 2 gig memory. So I change this to 2 gig. Then I deploy container with the latest image. Then I click select. Down, then I change the boot disk. So I change that to standard persistent disk, which I know it will be good for this project. I click select. So what remains here is for me to click create, which I'm not going to create it. So the essence of why I choose what I choose is to reduce my budget. I was having $26 when I started it, so it has reduced to $12.63. So that is how I created it. Then next, after I created that instance, what I needed to do, what I did was to create a firewall rules so that the virtual machine can connect to my local instance. So I did that by click this. I come to VPC network, click firewall. Under firewall, while waiting for it to come up, I click create firewall rule. So I give it a name. This was the name I gave, Diego 493. It's gonna show already in use because I already use it. This setting I leave them at default. Direction of traffic I leave it at default. This specific targets I needed to change it so that I can communicate with all instances in the network. Then I use TCP. So I'm not going to create it. After then I click create, but I'm not going to create it in this scenario now. So that was what I did to get my virtual machine created. So let's check scenario 2. That is step 2. Okay, before that step 2, I need to create a new container before moving to step 2. So I did that. First, let me explain how I did this. I click SSH, which takes me to this. Then I created a container, which is this is the container. So now, after I created the container, I upload the database I choose, which is Pokemon 3. These are the list of the database to choose to work with. These are the list. I picked the first one. So thereafter, I was asked to explain the benefit of using Docker. The benefit of using Docker is very important, numerous. I shortlist few of it. Listed few of it, which I'm going to explain. So what I'm going to explain there is that some of the benefits of Docker is that fast deployment, ease of creating new instance, data security, and fast in migration. So to step 2, move your choosing database into the Docker server in GCP. I've done that, which I've just shown you the list of database I have. Let me still repeat how I do that. First, I click upload, choose a file, then pick this, click OK, open, then click upload. But I'm not going to do that because already I have it here. Then what I did next was that I've just explained this. You have to SSH. I've done that already. This one is for those that are using a public school virtual machine. So now to step 3, create 2 new schemas on the local instances. First, let me show you I connect to my local instance. I come here. This is external IP address from the virtual machine. That's this. I copy this. You see, click copy to clipboard. I copy that. Then the port number that I create for firewall, which is 49433. I add it to it with a comma. Then I click connect. It connects to this. So this is the database. So next thing was to create a 2 schemas. I did that by this. This is the schemas I created. The query I used to create the schema. Then thereafter, transfer at least 2 table of your choice. At least 4 total should be in the schema. I've done that. This way, the table I actually transfer 5, 3 in branch office schema and 2 in head office schema. So thereafter, I was asked to issue a grant command that will give select rights in one schema to new user, which is final test login. I've done that too. First, I created the user login, give control, grant schema. This is the query I use. Grant schema to this user. Then the table that I grant the final _test user is this head office dot contest _type. So that is the only table you can access from whenever it logs in. You can select whenever it logs in. So then I should test by logging in. So I'm gonna test that. Let me copy this username. I'm gonna test that to see if actually did the right thing. So I'm gonna use it's not the name I'm gonna use this. I click connect. It's coming up. This is it. You can see with final underscore test user. So the next step was okay, I've tested the login. The account can see one schema granted and not the other. So let's check that. One schema granted. Let's see if I get that right. Let's see. This is the schema I gave. Why we're having different schemas here is that the next step was to also grant access to the next user. So that's why we're having much this thing like that. Additional schemas, but I will prove that you can only access one by logging into trying to select a table. So let's check the next step. Say test. Okay, test by logging into the database with the new login and prove that this account can only see one schema granted and not the other. Must run select statements for both from both schema. One will work, one will not work. Okay, so the select statements we are going to I'm gonna try select statements. So let me try select statements first with the one I granted the user. Select from from let me get this to save time. I think I have supposed to have that here. Okay, I don't have it, so let me type it. Head office dot head office dot head office dot context type. Then let me see. Let me run this. So it was able to identify, I was able to select this. Now let's do the same to this other branch office. So we'll change this to branch office, branch is what I give this branch office. Let me go. Let me go. The branch office. Okay, let's pick this. Let's replace it with this. Let's see. Okay, that went through. Now went through. Show the command you use to accomplish step 3, which have shown some of the command. Okay, for creating the schema, this is the command I use. For creating the schema, this is the command I use, just as I was explaining. What next did I do in step 3? Login, create a user login. I've done that. Don't think if the query still have the query here. No, don't have the query here no longer. I've done that already. Which other query did I use? Here's the login grants. Okay, let me see. Grants. So this is the. Okay, this is where this is where I made this is where I made a mistake. Let me revoke. Use revoke select branch to user. So now this person will not be able to see anything in this branch office. Let's check that and be sure that it works. Let me confirm that. Okay, this is the query I used last time that he was able to see. Let's see if he will be able to see that again. Something must be wrong. Something must be wrong. Okay, let's go to next step because of time. Explain why using schema is good security practice. What I can explain there is that I have it here. A good schema design reduce the complexity of the database and optimize query time of the database and leave no room for a security breach in a server. So then next was step 4. Create a view, a combine join. Say create a view. The view should be created using the same schema name as the schema grants select as in step 3 view. Then grant select in the view to accounts created in step 3 view. Prove that the view by logging with a test underscore user selecting. So what I did is that I created a view. This is the view I created, head office or staff. Head office or staff. This code is wrong. I don't know why it's showing this. Created head office or staff. So create view head office or staff. Let me show you here the view. Coming database of none. Let me close this table. Let me close this schemas. Row. No, view. Sorry, view. Other users. The users I have here. I have two users already here. The final running body. Final test user. So the view I created is what I want to show you. Okay, see view. Created head office underscore office of staff. So then So step, what next step? Okay, grants. So I did that. These are the query. After I created that, I've already done this query. Probably that's why it's showing wrong in syntax. I've done this. So created that. Select head office dot ability. That's the view I give the person. Head office dot ability from head office dot. These are the view I give to that user. Thereafter, prove that this view by logging into finance. So let me prove that view is working. Already this account is up. Let me close this. This is the account. So let's see. Um, view. That's for this database. See the view here. Remember, I log in here as final test the user. So this is the view I created. This other my account. So this one is as a test or underscore user. So the next thing I did was according to the instruction, show the command used to accomplish that which I've shown. Explain why view is good in security. Yeah, view is good in security. In the sense that it also increase security. It's a good practice. View a virtual tail that can be a great way to optimize our database. Um, Database experience not only a view good for defining a table without using its extra storage, but also accelerate data analysis and can provide data extra security. So view provide data extra security. So the next one after that, next one is step 5. Create a level row. This one we did in with 3. Select on schema from 3B. Select view from table 4B. Select a table choice that is not considered, that is not inside. So I run the query. This was the query I did concerning that. This is the query I created for that user. I created actually this. Okay, I'm coming, please. Copy this. I want to show what I did there. Let me look for a space. Mhm. Mhm. I'm coming. Let me zoom it well. So let me zoom it well. Let me bring this down. So concerning this, so needed to change this. So run each of them. Successful. And raise this up. on this successful on this successful too. So let's go to the next stage. He said then create a list of all needed DCL grant command for step through C and assign all this privilege role. So I think I've just done that. DCL, okay. Mm, mm. I've just done that. Let me check the instruction again. Grants a grant, then okay, then create all lists that needed for. Yeah, so and assign this privilege to this role. Okay. Um, come to this, come to this, close this, close this. Under security, you have role. So these are some roles I will have. So I created that. I click new in database role. While waiting for it to come up, let's check the instruction again. So let's say the grant command from steps A through C, privilege for these roles. So I give a role name. I have to give a role name. Create a role, give a role name, create a new login. So basically, that is how I did it. I did that. So then I create a new login. Let me test the new login. Let me copy the name of the login. Final body. There, I paste it here. That's it. It's open. So let's see what's. So that is open. You can see final running body. So show the commands and step accomplished which I've shown. Then why using rows? Rows are very important, mostly for security purpose. It only give access to what you want the person to access to. Why using role? It's a good practice where allow group user log in together and manage a server level permission. They place central padding and server security, and they can only do the role you assign them to do. They can't do more than what you assign them to do, so which is very important. So then to step 6, select a column level encryption for one of the table. The final running body should now access to row membership in step 5, encrypt the column. The column I encrypted was now this is the final body login. I encrypted head office underscore context type. So that was the column I encrypted, which you cannot see. So let's see. There's the head office underscore. So no, no, this not. Let me actually now let me encrypt this table from my end. I thought I've done that for this particular user. Let me encrypt the table. Tables. Let me encrypt this particular one. So I'm going to show you the process. Column encryption. It's coming up. Next. So probably let me encrypt identifier. Let me widen this. Next. Next. So it's in progress. I don't know the actual time it will take. So we'll come back to check how far that has worked. So encrypt, okay, which is what I'm doing. You may need to select column without constraint. That's without probably foreign key and all those stuff. Then show that the encryption is working. So I'm waiting for it to finish. Let me check the progress. Still in progress. So we're going to go to check other things while we come back. So engage in some testing with business partner. Help a classmate, preferably your running body, establish a connection. I've done that. And the connection was okay. Ask them to post a screenshot of a successful connection in the final project. I've done that. I've asked them. Then show their posts and screenshots in your video. Okay, help a classmate, preferably establish a connection to your database. Okay, so my new database. So let me show that. Let me show that. The one that I posted that okay, I think this should be it. Let me check here. No, this is not it. Let me check. Let me check. Let me check. Okay, wow, this is it. Before the semester, and someone should test my listen. So this was the final body. So this is screenshots of what the person tested. Let me zoom out. You can see. So, and this was this write-up concerning this response. This is This is view. I created head_office.staff. So that's that. Let's check if the encryption is finished. Still in progress. Let's check. Let's go for the next one. Show the apostle, okay, which I've done. Also include your video, what you were able to see in your classmate database. As a partner, I've checked this. Actually, the encryption was okay. The schema was okay. The I have select access, sure, that was okay too. Address the following in your video for investors. What strategy will you exploit the company grow? And we're asked to create many database copy for testing or future deployment. What I would do, um, say what strategy would you do if the company grow and we are asked to create many database copy for testing purpose? I will first back up the database to the Google Cloud. Then also back it up on the local part as well. So what are some factors of options to consider regarding cloud hosting strategy? What I need to consider is that I need to consider the security part of it. Also consider the scalability, consider the the volume of the database to host. I think those are some of the few things I will consider. Then going back to check this, still on process, taking so long. I want to end this video, but it's taking so long. Now, there's something I need to show last. I need to show that I can restore this database. So that's what I will do in a quick while. Before I do that, for that to work, I need to close these tabs, close them so that I can restore it. I need to close them. I found out that if I leave them open, I find it very hard to restore them. So let me try to restore this. This is the final part of what I'm doing now. Let me restore it. Tax, restore, database. Click that. Um, Waiting for this to come up. Taking a little bit time. It's coming up. Okay, so how I can restore this database? Once I click it right, click this three dotted line. I want to prove that this database can actually be restored. And this is the database. Pokemon final. These are the previous backup I did. Click OK. Click OK. And click OK to back it up. To restore, sorry. It's working. Let's wait for this to complete. Oh, it fell. I know why it fell. It's because this is open. Let me close this. Let me close this. Then let me disconnect all the incoming. Some people, some have this issue. They're like, why is it dropping? So now let me disconnect them. So now let me log in and restore it. Let me log in and restore. So there's a final part of it. Let me restore it. Restore backup. Let's wait for it to open. So click device and go to this three dots, click add. These are my previous restore. So I'll click this, click OK. Then click OK. It's taking a while. Probably big words fell. But actually I have the backup which I did. So I've even backup twice. Probably that could be the reason why it fell. Well, let me see, try once more. Let me disconnect. Let me see. Let me disconnect. Let me connect. This one. Where I was in. Let's try again. I backed up this particular data twice, this database twice. In the course of preparing for, in the course of doing this project, I've restored it twice. I've restored it twice. So let me try it again and know what's the problem. Let me try again. Mistaking. Let's wait for it to come up. Okay. Okay, I now know why it happened. like that. Let's go to the I don't know what's let's see. Taking time. Now I know what's the problem. Let me check my time is passing. Just hope it gets through because of time limits. Um, Scroll again. Let me try again. Because why I keep trying is that I've restored this particular database. If I didn't restore it, there will be no copy of it there. Let me try it again. Probably that few one or two things I have not checked very well based on the fact that I'm trying to rush to meet up time. Let me check again. It's taking a lot of time. First, let me check. I made a mistake there, so also okay, let it finish first. Let me check this. Mhm. It's in progress. Don't have time again for that. And all I know is I've done that before. So I don't know. I've restored this before. So that's the end of my video. Thank you for watching. Expecting your feedback.